was 36-20. And here's Tocchet throwing a puck into the Islanders zone. Uwe Krupp, the 6'6" defenseman, finding Steve Thomas. And on to Benoit Hogue. Hogue averts a check by Francis into the Penguins. And David Bollig now to Kasparaitis. A shot save made. Rebound. Bollig can't get there to get it in. And Stevens will tap it ahead to center ice. Kasparaitis, who just went off for taking that penalty for knocking hitting Jaromir Jagr. Jagr now going after it again to the left wing corner of the Islanders zone. Jagr rigged to the far corner by Malikoff and upended. And New York has the puck. Here is Hogue hitting on a check by Kevin Stevens. And play continues. He got him right in the arm with a stick. Francis back to Jagr. Right side over to Stanton, the Penguin defenseman. Shoots it in behind the net. Ron Francis and Jagr crisscross. They don't have the puck, however. Vaske does. Dennis Vaske behind the net. The Penguins have moved it up a notch here now in this third period. Here comes Jagr giving a puck in the slot area for Stanton. It's poked away by the Islanders. And for the first time in this game, the Penguins really have, I think, come to a higher level. Here's Malikoff over the Penguins. He walks in on goal and he shoots and scores. What a play by Malikoff as he beats Barrasso. Pulled him down. And the New York Islanders again have the lead 5-4. Vladimir Malikoff.
With his second goal of this series. Brian Mullen just dumped it to the corner. It looked like it hit a stick again and came right to where Malikoff could handle it as he wheeled around Ulf Samuelsson. He patiently skated to his left and dumped it up over Tom Barrasso. Mullen laid it out there. Look at that pass for Malikoff. I thought it hit a stick, but it came right to him. Just a perfect saucer pass. And then Malikoff put it upstairs on Barrasso. Malikoff's been a force on that blue line, and the Penguins, as soon as they started cheating up on the play and pinching and trying to force the issue offensively, that Islander defense jumps into the play again and comes up with a big goal to give them a 5-4 lead.
Now Malikoff connecting with his third of the playoffs, second of this playoff series, and here comes Patrick Flatley now, moving back towards the Penguin blue line. Flatley of New York goes the off wing, left side comes in. Joey Mullen strips the puck away from him. Can he clear it out? He does, over to Dave Tippett. Penguin center iceman working with McEachran and Joe Mullen. Mullen now circling at center res. Going to shoot it down the boards. In behind Glenn Healy. He couldn't stop it. Flatley off the far boards. Overskated the play, but Tom Pervers with the puck for New York. On to center to Derek King. 5-4 Islanders. 10:05 left here in the third period. Ferraro up the right wing, going to Flatley. He tried to cut around one of the Penguins. That was Ramsey who went into the boards, tried to hip check him. And he...
All right, Buffalo on a 4-on-3 power play against Montreal. Doug Bodger to the captain, Dale Howard-Chuck. He tees it up, blasts and scores. The lead is cut in half. It's 3-2 Montreal. Now back to the island. Mike Lange, Paul Steigerwald.
The Islanders 3-0 in a best-of-7 series. And the Islanders are one of 2 teams in the NHL history to come back and win 4 straight and won that series. And then back in 1982, the Penguins played the New York Islanders in a best-of-5 series. And the Islanders won the first 2 games here in this building. Pittsburgh came back to win the next 2, and they played a 5th game here, and the Islanders won it in overtime. They trailed 3-1 late in the third period. Got a tying goal from John Tonelli, and Tonelli won it in overtime for the Islanders. And the Islanders control this draw, and they whip it in behind Tom Barrasso, the Penguin goaltender. Murphy takes it from him to Ramsey, jamming up the left side. Straka to race for the puck with Kasparaitis. 2 young rookies on the National Hockey League, and Kasparaitis won that battle. Lead pass intended for Hogue, and it goes all the way to the Penguin near corner. Hogue collides with one of the Penguins, and that is Mary Murphy. Now loose puck, and Murphy trying to whip it out of the zone, and he can't do it. David Bollig of the Islanders after right wing boards. New York leading 5-4. Straka of Pittsburgh, and he is back to take possession of it. Straka, boys, 3 Islanders coming onto the plate of the Islanders line. Right side to Tocchet, moves into the slot, backhanded towards Healy, and he gloves it with that left paw, and he reaches up to pull it in. With the speed of Martin Straka, the Penguin #1 draft choice, making that play happen. And then Tocchet denied by Glenn Healy.
Straka made the first move back in his own zone to wheel around one of the Islanders, and that got him started. And he came busting up through the middle, and that was the end of his shift, too. And he was able to drive to the net as Tocchet cut to the inside and backhanded one, and Straka was there for the rebound, but there was no rebound. Good job by Glenn Healy to pull it out of the air.
It almost looked like Healy wasn't quite sure where it was going for a moment. The Sabres have scored to make it 3-2 in their game against the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens trying to eliminate Buffalo tonight. They lead the series 3-0. This one 5-4 Islanders with 9:17 left in regulation. The Islanders have played a lot of overtime games already in this playoff year. Here's Stanton of Pittsburgh. Wristing one deflected in. The Penguins tie it again at 5. Right in front, it was deflected off a stick. It might have been Kevin Stevens, and the Penguins make it 5-5. Go ahead, make my day. Do you believe this game? It was not nothing at the end of one, folks.
Well, neither team could buy a goal. Now neither goaltender can make a save. Another play from behind the net on the stick side of Healy, and then Stanton throws it back to the net. It hits a body and goes right over the arm of Healy. Maybe Francis got a piece of that.
Baskey was in front. It may have hit him.
Good work by Stanton just to get it back to the net. Francis got the blade of his stick on that.
Now the Penguins tie it again at 5. We'll wait the official announcement here on the goal. And another new hockey game. The Islanders score, the Penguins score. Here's Yager coming back into the Islanders end. Francis looks for the puck, and he can't get it. Now Garneau. Sneak it over to the near corner. 5-5 the score here in the third period. Francis over to the left wing side. Going to Wolf Samuelsson by him. And on to the neutral zone. Paul Stanton back to get the puck, and he'll find Francis. A breaking Yager down the right wing. Yager coming down there behind the net. He puts it in front for Francis, and it went right by a stick. Yager's off the boards again. Trying to whip it to Francis, but intercepted by Patrick Flatley. Jaromir Jagr had the game winner in game 3 for the Penguins against the Islanders, and he loves to play in this building. And he is a guy you got to look for big goals, and he has it again. Down the right side to tip it into the Islanders zone. Comes down and tries to shoot it, looking away the other way. McEachran in front can't get a handle on it, and Patrick Flatley does. Stanton the only assist on the goal that is awarded to Ron Francis, the Penguin center iceman. He does get the goal. And it came at 10:50. Now the Islanders cruise on the move to the Penguin line, and Ferraro is going to dump it to the left wing corner. Flatley gets the puck. He tried to center. It came away. Comes off to Ferraro. Good left point pass. Got a man open Norton. He shoots it. It was deflected. Ferraro's after it again. Turney put it in front. Shot score. Derek King. And it's 6-5 Islanders. Derek King's second goal.
Ferraro danced out of the corner. Shell Samuelsson backed off and allowed him to come right to the goal mouth with that puck. Norton fired it. It hit Samuelson's skate and went to the corner. Ferraro was the first man to get the puck. He wheeled around Tippett with a nice play. Samuelsson just watched. He never turned around to find Derek King. King was all by himself on the far post, and he hammered it into the net. His second goal of the game gives the Islanders a 6-5 lead. Samuelsson looked to the corner at Ferraro, and he didn't break up the pass, and he didn't take King, and that was just a case of the Islanders having it all their way around the net, and Barrasso didn't have a chance on that one.
Well, Derek King
we'll return to the island for more ESPN bonus coverage, but now let's go back to Buffalo. Tom Mees calls the play-by-play. The Sabres on the power play, down by a goal.
All right, Jack Edwards, thank you.
Coverage live from Long Island with the Pens trailing.
Looking at Samuelsson, the Penguin defenseman who sparkled for the Penguins in game 3 of this playoff series against the Islanders. Very hard-fought 3-1 Pittsburgh win, but this one has a lot different look to it. A 6-5 Islander lead right now with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in regulation.
Scotty Bowman inserts Jaromir Jagr on the right wing with Francis. Stevens on the left now.
Uses Jagr in a critical role, particularly in the third period, looking for a goal. And Jagr has been a guy in his young career, only his third year, that's been able to provide the Penguins with that magic. Jagr has a goal here in this one. He had the game winner in game 3. Francis surveys the scene against the rookie Travis Green. The face-off to the left of Healy. They'll drop the puck, and the Penguins work for it, and it comes back into the corner, and Monacoff defensively, who gave the Islanders the lead with a goal. Penguins came back and tied. Here now is Jagr trying to shoot it, and that was blocked. It goes back behind the net. Francis again jamming right in front of the net. That's a loose puck. Jagger's in front with a backhander, and a good save by Healy there on Jaromir Jagr of Pittsburgh. Now Murphy back behind the goal. The Penguins coming strong, and then Travis Green winding around out of the area and back down to the Penguin line. Pittsburgh almost tying the game again. It is seesawed back and forth. In fact, Stevens was offside on the left wing. Jagr moves into the Islanders' end, and he shoots it in front. Deflected over to Patrick Flatley. Flatley moves it over near wing to Uwe Krupp. And the Islander blue liners steer it up the left side now to Travis Green. Coming to the Penguin zone. Look right side for Flatley. Flatley does get the puck. Drop it to Krupp and a wrist shot. Blocked by Pittsburgh. Penguins can't get it out, though, and it comes over to the near side. Brian Mullen shoots one. That hit one of the Penguins in the head. That was Ramsey. Now Mullen again.
All right,
chasing
back
him,
up to Buffalo we go. The final 23 seconds of the game there. Tom Mees has the play-by-play.
All right, Jack, thank you very much. Carbonneau is up. He's on the bench. Bodger's been taken to the locker room. Under 20 seconds to go in the Sabres season unless they can score. Sabres, empty net. Himmler scores!
Coverage with the Pens down by 1.
The Islanders with a 6-5 lead over the Penguins. Just conjecturing whether or not Lemieux will be back on the ice. Should the Penguins get down to the point where they've got to pull their goaltender in an effort to tie this game, you'd almost think that Penguin coach Scotty Bowman, who used him on the power play, would put him on as the extra attacker. But that's the way this game has gone. It's 6-5 Islanders. We've had 8 goals scored in the third period. That might be another 2 or 3 goals away the way it's gone here. Francis, Yager, and Stevens on the front line for Pittsburgh, and Travis Green up against Francis. And DePuzzo, the linesman, wanting to make sure everything is just right for this faceoff. And it is, and the Islanders win it. Askey giving the puck to Malikov. And Vladimir Malikov rip it down the right wing boards in behind the Pittsburgh net. Barasso's over. He clears it up near side over to Larry Murphy. Murphy going back to Shel Samuelson, defending Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins, who have won cut back-to-back years in front. It comes to Francis, a shot, and that's stopped. Here's Yager turning to shoot it. Where is it? It was blocked. Stevens has it. You put it in behind the net. The Islanders take it away, and Malikov clears the zone. And it will come the length of the ice to the Pittsburgh zone. Shel Samuelson back to touch it, and icing called against the New York Islanders. And again, the Penguins buzzing like bees around a hive. Wayne Haley with that sweat coming through the mask. And the Penguins again trying to get the tying goal.
I'll bet Glenn Haley wishes he had eyes on the back of his head, because so many plays have come from behind him. Again, Francis with a great scoring chance after they had passed the puck out from behind the net. And Haley stopped the shot. Stevens tried to get the rebound and whip it to the net and went wide of the goal.
Well, this game has featured a lot of crazy bounces. A minute 36 left in regulation. Should the Islanders win this game and even the series, then the two teams would play in Pittsburgh on Monday night and Wednesday back here for a 6th game at the Nassau County Coliseum. And Scotty Bowman is going to call a timeout. And I'm sure when we talked about earlier the discussion as to whether or not Mario Lemieux of the Penguins would come on here and be the extra attacker certainly is on the mind of Penguin head coach Scotty Bowman. Just saw Scotty say, play the boards, play the boards. And Lemieux's getting the water bottle. He's getting ready. And I think he'll be out there should it come to that. Gritty performance by this New York Islander team. It's knocked off Washington, and they really have just been something to behold here, the way they have worked so hard in this series against the Penguins. And without their leading point getter, Pierre Turgeon. Lemieux does hit the ice right now.
Penguins have 6 attackers on the ice. Barrasso is by the bench.
And we've got a minute 36 left.
You know, it occurred to me the other night when the Penguins won the draw cleanly, when the Islanders had the extra attacker on and immediately worked the puck up ice and scored into the empty net. Some coaches have the goaltender ready to come off. In the event that you win the faceoff, you pull him off, and then you get your extra attacker on. In this case, the Penguins would have to bring a guy a long way to do that, because the bench is at the opposite side of the red line from where the Penguins are right now. So that's a tough situation for the Penguins. So they're going to bring Barrasso up. But if the Islanders could win the draw, you know, they can get the empty netter in a hurry, just like the Penguins did the other night.
Barrasso sits on the bench. The Penguins plan, it appears to me, with Yager, Talkin, and Stevens. The big muscle guys are probably all going to go to that net. Francis will try and win the draw and get it back to Lemieux. Murphy is kind of the guy that will sneak in behind. And Green has the assignment against Francis to the right of Healy. Here we go with a minute 36 left. 6-5, the Islanders lead. And they both, in a deep crouch here, getting down, awaiting the drop of the puck. They do drop it. Who's going to get it? The Islanders play it out of the zone, and it comes through to center. Larry Murphy going back to take command of it. And talk it on to the Islander line. Kasparaitis broke up that play. Remember, the Penguins have an empty net. And the puck moved back inside the Penguin line. Ron Francis pulling back with a minute 19 to go. Fitzgerald, who has been a part of this Islander lead with 2 shorthanded goals, Murphy to the right wing to Yager. Can he get up into the Islanders' zone? Flatley took it away, and he banks it up the near side, but Murphy again shuffles it back into the Islanders' end. Penguins have people offside. They have to get back across the line, and Uwe Krupp has a chance. Shoot it up into the Penguins' zone, and it does not get to the empty net. Murphy with a minute to go. Down the left wing to Mario Lemieux. Tried to stuff it ahead to Ronnie Francis. Can't do it. Now Lemieux pressured. Wristed up right to Flatley. Has an empty net. Shooter, but it hit Murphy, the Penguin defenseman. Murphy out the left wing to Mario Lemieux. Trying to carry it in. Zigzag. Going down the slot. Is poked away. Yager looks for the puck. He has it. He turns it front shot. Deflected off Healy. The rebound. Gets to the right of the net. The Islanders have it. Fitzgerald pressured by Yager, but he gets it out of danger. 33 to go in the third period. Now Murphy skates stop at his own blue line. Penguins had a chance there. Maybe their best to tie the game. They shoot it in again. Healy stops it behind the goal to Kasparaitis. The Islanders 20 seconds away from tying the series. Now Talkett around the right wing corner. Off now to Yager. Behind the net to Mario Lemieux in front. Trying to go to Stevens. Goes to Murphy. Backhander stop by Healy. He has it. Healy's got it, and he holds on. Talkett and Kasparaitis whack away at one another. And Glenn Healy able to keep the Penguins off the scoreboard. And it's 6-5 still New York. 12.3 seconds left.
Penguins worked the boards beautifully. Talkett did a great job of forcing the play behind the net. Lemieux again passed it out on the stick side of Healy to Larry Murphy to Ronnie Francis. He deflected it right into the belly pad of Glenn Healy. It was all the way back in that goal line. Francis almost got himself another deflection, but it went right to Healy. Talkett did a great job to force that puck in behind the net, and then Lemieux passed it out. Murphy just backhanded it. And he came right to where Healy could grab it and hold on to it.
Another bounce, kind of a crazy one. This time Healy was able to snap it up and hold on. Now the Islanders will call timeout. Really what we boil down to here is that can the Penguins control the face-off and get one or two possible shots, or can the Islanders take it away and ice the game and get even in the series at 2 games apiece? Now Mario Lemieux again called upon here by Scotty Bowman and even himself, I think. Lemieux wants to be in this situation despite the fact that he has really been bothered by his bad back. Literally just trying to play through the pain right now as he will set up here, and the Penguins get an opportunity to discuss the strategy they want. Rick Patterson, the Penguins assistant coach, formulating what Pittsburgh wants to do if they can win the draw. Islanders have outshot Pittsburgh 40 to 27. And they lead 6-5 here. Goal by Gary King at 12-11 of period number 3 would be the game winner if it ends this way. And they are on their feet here at the Nassau County Coliseum, anticipating the final 12.3 seconds of regulation.
There are a lot of young fans in this building who are too young probably to even remember the great years the Islanders had, but they're having a good time right now.
Travis Green against Ron Francis. That's the matchup here. Francis, one of the better face-off men of the National Hockey League. Green hanging tough with him. Penguins with the same players they just had moments ago. They've got Talkett, Yager, Stevens, Murphy, and Lemieux. The Islanders going with Green, Patrick Flatley out here, and the puck won by the Penguins. There's Lemieux with it now. Left side, moving towards the net, trying to shoot it, and he does, and Healy stopped it. He got it between his pads. Penguins were hoping to get it off his pads and a possible rebound, and that one took 5 seconds exactly. That's how fast it can happen. Now Pittsburgh won the draw, and they got it right back to Mario Lemieux, and he came down, looked for room. He just, I think, wanted to try and put it on Healy and hope for a puck to bounce off of him.
I think he was trying to catch Healy by surprise, too, Mike. Just Healy probably figuring they were going to try to set something up in front of him, and all of a sudden Lemieux pulls the trigger from a sharp angle.
And here we go now with 7.3. Kick back, and Lemieux looks for it, but the Islanders come over. Can they get it out? They can't. Stevens trying to put it into the net, knocked away, and the Islanders raise their arm. They will win. The New York Islanders, in the end of the game, gets a little tough here at center ice. It's the New York Islanders have evened this series at 2 games apiece.
Stevens just speared Patrick Flatley.
Come to an end, and now Murphy battling here with Patrick Flatley, and Flatley drops the gloves and comes after Larry Murphy, and here they all go. Well, not a very diplomatic ending, I guess would be the way you'd want to describe it. And they got to get them under control here now as the game is ended. The Islanders have won it. Stevens and Uwe Krupp move away, and I think that they'll be able to sort this out. Flatley and Larry Murphy really showing a lot of frustration between the two of them at the end of the game. Now what you've got now is a best-of-3 series. And the Islanders knotted up as they have won this hockey game. Final score here, the New York Islanders 6 and the Pittsburgh Penguins 5.
Well, save it, boys, because Monday night's coming. ESPN's National Hockey Night will have Game 5 in Pittsburgh when the Isles